Hi guys, Zeth here, and welcome back to another episode of TerraFirmaCraft. Still pregnant. Well, the horse, not awkward. Anyways, look what I just found. This is... I don't even remember when we dropped this off, but a while back I was looking for my black bronze chisel heads, and I was right. I had 3 of them laying around. They were just hiding. So here they are. And awesome. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, other stuff I've been thinking about. I want to have an actual designated place for the sheep, the pigs, and the cows. I did want to just have them roaming around the house and just call that good. I don't think that'll work very well though. I mean, after the 2 cow babies that we had wandering around have disappeared, I'm not feeling too confident in my walls, I guess. I don't know. I guess I should say I'm not too confident in their ability to stay out of prickly things that kill them 5 damage at a time. Because Minecraft animals are really, really stupid. Oh, so I've been doing, so I've been doing a little bit more tinkering with the mod pack once again, and we'll get to that in half a moment. Wanted to, okay, never mind. I thought I saw something, but yeah, what I did was I added BiblioCraft. This thing, basically, well, that mod. I've been wanting to add it for a little while. You know, in every modded series I have, I like to have BiblioCraft. It adds a lot of really cool features, a lot of really awesome decorative stuff, to be honest. So I'm definitely glad to be having that one back. Of course, if you know what BiblioCraft is, you know that the recipes don't exactly fit TerraFirmaCraft perfectly. I did my best, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I had to do some stuff which is like uh debatable. Like the spruce, spruce and birchwood both look vastly different from how they do it in vanilla here. Let's birch. Yeah, just compare those two. They're they're different. So I had to basically choose different wood types than what it's called. So you've got birch potion shelf made out of pine. But I think that's probably the best we're going to be able to do with that. Dang zombies. But yeah, despite the issues, I'm happy how it turned out with how it turned out. So I guess, you know, I mean, there's not really anything I could do. I've heard that Nuchez, I think is how his name's pronounced, the developer for BiblioCraft, is wanting to get TFC support. I don't know the status of that at all. I don't know if that's even a true rumor that I heard. But yeah, I can hope, I guess. And I guess that's where that book that I was trying to find a couple episodes back was. It's way off in the middle of nowhere. I was also experimenting with shaders, and I was going to. I actually had a shader that I liked, and I was starting to customize it. The problem is I couldn't get a stable frame rate of above 30. And again, my computer's not weak, but between TFC and shaders, it wasn't too happy. So yeah, I just decided not to bother. But in place of that, I got this stuff. It's called Better Foliage. I still need to customize it a little bit more. Like, I'd like to have these, all of the TFC bushes and stuff like that, have like the extra leaves that this thing does. But that's just, something I've got to work on between this episode and next, most likely. I've actually got a fair bit of stuff I want to do with this episode. I mean, we've been doing a huge amount of progression, haven't we? I mean, we've got red steel, we've got basically top tier TerraFirmaCraft technology. Let's use it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed what's hopefully going to be hopefully going to be a time lapse. Hoping I remember to actually do that. Yeah, next we need to do is going to be coming along here and just building a pretty simple bridge. I just want to get over this area without ruining the terrain, basically. And trying to make this look halfway decent. No guarantees, of course. But yeah, I decided to try and connect every area together and try and figure out where things are going to be. This episode, I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm planning on this episode marking basically a completely different kind of TerraFirmaCraft. I mean, we're done with progression. We've still got to do mining once in a while. But most of our progression is done. We're pretty stable. We've got, I mean, red steel, blue steel, so any materials that we want, we can just go get. I mean, they still got to work for it all, but yeah. So, reason why I connected everything is because I wanted to see where stuff already is and things like that. Like, for instance, where our town center essentially would be. And I'm seeing a path there, path there, path there, path coming in from here, and a path going over from here. So right around here, I'll get to the bridge in just a moment, but I wanted to introduce another project that I plan on doing hopefully next episode, or at least starting next episode. But basically, I'm going to be building a town center, like a a ring, basically. Not necessarily a ring, but yeah, a circle. Yeah. Trying to decide what level I want it to be at. It's probably gonna be. It's probably gonna come out, and yeah, we'll figure it out next episode, hopefully. Though I do make absolutely no guarantees about that. Just gotta grab some mutton. Okay. Back to the bridge. And I want to do something that I don't normally do very well with a lot of my builds. Uh, this is, of course, before I actually started up my channel that I've been building. But I normally end up saying, well, why even bother having 3D depth and stuff like that? And I really want to have this area maybe not be like 3D in the sense that there's buildings on top of buildings or anything like that, but I'd like there to be a definite feeling of different tiers. Not necessarily tiers of importance, not like how Whiterun and Skyrim's supposed to be organized, but more like I don't know. More like just not everything's flat. Yeah, let's get back up there. Water. Yeah, I mean, we still have quite a bit of tech progression as far as TFC goes, I suppose. Like, I still want to breed up our pigs, which projects like this are actually going to help with as we go anyway. Fine. And with BiblioCraft being added, there's also a lot of other new buildings I want to build. I mean, probably the biggest thing I dislike about vanilla, and vanilla TFC falls for this too, is the lack of nice storage options. TFC is worlds above vanilla Minecraft. But, well, yeah, BiblioCraft is just an entirely different dimension as far as storage goes. For instance, I want to have a library. I'm probably still going to keep comments I answer in an episode in my bedroom, but I plan on having basically like randomized books and stuff like that. Things of that nature. I also plan on adding a mod called Lost Books, which basically makes books able to be dropped from mobs. And they're not like, some of them are randomized, but some of them are like the Grimm fairy tales, that kind of thing, which I think is kind of a fun idea. Might actually do some reading on camera. No promises on that, though. Okay, now we need... How do we want to do this? Obviously, we can't have it just like this. I want it to come down a little bit, I think. There's that. Let's get some light again. Okay. Now we can do shale. I think is going to be the best idea there. Of course, I just root up my light again. Granite there and there. And chisel. There we go. Got some nice steppy stairs. Do I like those though? I don't know if I like those, but I think I'm going to keep them for now anyway. That being said, we do need more color. Which really just means I'm going to rip this up and replace the granite railings with shale. Well, here's the bridge. It's completed for now anyway. I want to change some things about it eventually. Well, I shouldn't say I want to, but I might have to. Like, just depending on where the train goes and stuff like that. Although I did remember I wanted to do one other thing real quick. I'd come down here and make these look a bit more like supports. Just have to do that one. I really don't like the areas like that. Oh, great. And if I want to make this look nice, I'm gonna have to dig out the granite too and replace that with the dirt. Guess it's not that big of an issue, but it's a little annoying. Trying to think of other ways I can spruce up areas too. Having little details like this really help, I feel. At least I find, I should say. It's... Trying to decide if I like this. I think I want to have a brick wall or something like that, or have it taken in a bit. But I don't know yet. I could have some of this be a little bit, I might take some of this in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and you know, let's do that a little. Yeah, let's have a little bit better stuff. Great. There, and there, and there, and there. Okay, now I gotta clear these out. So the next thing I'd like to do is actually utilize some of this vinegar. Because I thought about it. I've been worrying about, oh no, we don't have that much stuff we can preserve, or, you know, stuff like that. We've got this. We're fine. And now since we actually have red steel buckets, we can also move the seawater, which is awesome. And yes, these are cooking for a reason. And actually that reason's good enough now. Let's toss gunpowder in there. Let's get those up there. Weld. Weld. And there. Okay, now we just need a shrink. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. There. I've actually been wanting to make one of these grills for a while, because I've actually never seen them in use. And hey, if we're gonna be doing a bit of food preservation, cooking stuff up is actually pretty good for food preservation stuff. And how do we place you? It's definitely not like that. Maybe we have to put it over a campfire. That kind of makes sense. Or maybe over a forge. That also makes sense. Kinda, anyway. And you? Okay. Yeah, I can't place it on that. So yeah, it looks like it has to go over a campfire. Yeah, wait. Oh yeah, definitely. If you look there, you can see it's the same block as the furnace, or not the furnace, the campfire. Does mean we actually have to find some sticks real quick. I think we got some in the basement. I'm getting kind of distracted right now. I mean, it's towards the right goal, I guess, but just realized that. Actually, I do want to see if we can actually use the forge for that. It looks like we can. We definitely can. Okay. You can't put wood in the forge, though. You can only put charcoal and coal, I'm pretty sure. And probably also peat, but I don't know about that one for sure. Either way, I think it'll be best served by just putting it on the campfire if we can. Are we okay, there we go. It's like pardon, but I need to be able to do this. Let's grab some wood. And after this, after we get all our stuff set up, we're actually gonna be able to finish off sorting. That is the word that I'm going to use for it. But we're going to be able to finish off sorting our pigs and sheep. Okay, it's just 2. If you guys could line up in a row, that'd be really awesome. Guess not, though. Be too much to ask. Don't want you rotten flesh, but I do want you hickory. Okay. I'm gonna just call it good. Oh my goodness. You guys exploded meat clouds. Wow. I knew pigs were pretty much the best animal for food, but holy crap. That's just 2 of them. Oh, I thought I was going to be perfectly fine with the setup I had. Just stop. But I don't... not so sure about that anymore. Wow. Bones over there. Small rawhide. Not going to bother holding on to that. Just more stuff I'd have to take back that I don't really need. Not that I need 200 some pounds of pork. Wow. Again, I knew pigs were meant to be your food animal, but whew, did not expect to get a cloud. But the difference between the fact that we got a medium hide from one and medium hide and a small hide, that does demonstrate what I was talking about with getting a bigger pig breed. Whereas I basically want to try and get pigs that you kill one and you're set for a year. Well, slight exaggeration, of course, but still. And you can probably tell what's the brining room now. I guess is pretty much a room. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna start these things brining, then cook them up. Oh wow, I'm still just so amazed at how much meat they dropped. I mean, wow. Oh. But anyways, that's actually gonna be it for today's episode. Just wow. So much meat. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I I'm looking forward to not necessarily a new beginning, but for a hopefully different feel for the series. It's going to be a lot less about progression and a lot more about just, hey, what do we want to build today? But, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, have a great day, take care, and all that stuff. Bye bye.